London, 1814, a city of progress, culture, and industry. But on one fateful day, an event occurred that would forever stain the city's history. A tidal wave of beer, a flood so bizarre, so tragic, that it would later be known as the Great London Beer Flood. But how did it happen? And how did something as harmless as a barrel of ale lead to death and destruction? The story begins at the Meux Company Brewery, a large brewing operation in the heart of London. Known for its large vats of beer, the brewery was located in the district of St Giles. In the early 19th century, brewing in London was a booming industry. Beer was the drink of choice for many, and it flowed freely. But in the shadows of this growing industry, disaster was brewing. On October 17, 1814, disaster struck. The brewery, which housed massive fermentation vats filled with beer, experienced a catastrophic failure. One of the vats, holding a staggering 610,000 liters of beer, burst. The force of the explosion sent shockwaves through the brewery, causing additional vats to rupture in a chain reaction. In the blink of an eye, London was flooded with over 1.4 million liters of beer. As the beer poured through the streets of St. Giles, chaos ensued. A tidal wave of ale, more than 4 feet high in some places, surged through homes, shops, and pubs. People unfamiliar with the peril that brewed beneath the frothy surface tried to take advantage of the free ale, scrambling to fill their mugs and bottles. But for some, the beer was deadly. Tragically, the flood claimed lives. Several people drowned in the beer, either overwhelmed by the force of the flood or caught in the rising tide of alcohol. The streets, once a place of hustle and bustle, were now a scene of horror. In total, 9 people lost their lives in the beer flood. The tragedy became one of the most bizarre disasters in London's history. In the aftermath, authorities were left to pick up the pieces. The brewery was held responsible for the accident, but the aftermath of the disaster also revealed a troubling lack of regulation in the brewing industry. Meux Company was required to pay compensation, though the tragedy led to a public outcry over safety standards and industrial practices. The Great London Beer Flood remains an unforgettable chapter in the city's history. It was a tale of industrial negligence, but also of the unexpected consequences of a society that loved its drink. A flood of beer, it seems, was a reminder of the dangers of overindulgence, both in alcohol and in industry. A bizarre disaster that changed the course of London's history, forever etched in the annals of tragedy. If you enjoy strange and unusual historical events, check out our other videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.